Hello. This video will guide students through participating in an Adobe Connect webinar. Faculty at the Carey Business School may use Adobe Connect to make up canceled classes, hold office hours, or supply supplemental lectures. We will cover testing your computer, connecting to a session, and interacting with your instructor and fellow participants. Let's start with testing your system. Adobe Connect is a completely browser-based application that does not require that you download or install any software. However, it's a good idea to test your computer to make sure it meets the speed and plugin requirements. The connection test may be found at the following URL. The Adobe Connect system test will start automatically and should only take a minute or two to run. Keep in mind, this test is browser specific, so be sure to use the same browser for your meeting that you use for this test. When the test is complete, you may be prompted to update a plugin or install an add-in. Simply follow the instructions shown, and if necessary, select Test Again to rerun the diagnostic. If trouble persists, students should contact the IT help desk for assistance. Now that our system is ready, we are all set to join an Adobe Connect session. It is recommended that participants use their computer's speakers, microphone, and webcam whenever possible. However, a dial-in number may also be provided. It is important that if you use the dial-in option, that you set your computer speaker and microphone to mute. Otherwise, you may create a distracting echo or feedback for all users. To join a meeting, you will need that meeting room's unique URL. This will most likely be sent to you via email or posted to your course's Blackboard site. Simply click on the link or enter the URL into your browser. The first screen you see will ask you to log in with your JET ID and password, or if permitted, enter as a guest. Once you've entered your credentials, you will see a screen informing you that all participants may be recorded while in an Adobe Connect meeting. Select OK to proceed. A new window should open with a blue loading bar as seen here. The meeting room's interface is customized by the instructor, but will typically look something like this. The screen is broken up into several panels or pods, with each pod performing a certain function. Here we see a share pod. This is where your instructor will share their desktop, PowerPoint, or whiteboard. There is also a camera pod, an attendees pod, and the chat pod. Simply click on a pod with your mouse to interact with it. You may also see pods for polls, file sharing, and notes. At the top of the meeting window, you should see at least two icons, one for speakers and one for status. You may also see icons for microphone and webcam if your meeting host allows them. It is common practice for participants to be put on mute at the beginning of a meeting. Notice that if these icons are green, then that device is active. If the icons are white, that device is inactive. Click the downward arrow next to each icon to toggle their status. If prompted, always give Flash Player permission to access your camera or microphone. Remember, you can always use the chat pod to communicate if other peripheral devices aren't working. Lastly, Adobe Connect also has a free app available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices, which allows for all the same functions as the desktop version. Because Adobe Connect is a Flash-based program, you must use this app to view a meeting on these devices. If students require any additional help with Adobe Connect, they are highly encouraged to contact the IT help desk at the email and number shown. Thank you.